The first time I noticed something was off was when I smelled an unfamiliar body wash scent on her. We always use the same brand and fragrance at home, so that day when she came home and leaned in to kiss me, I immediately sensed something wasn't right. "Did you shower somewhere else today?" I asked casually. A bird pooped on my head. I didn't want to stink up the house, so I showered at school before coming home, she replied smoothly. I smiled and let my gaze drift quickly over her face. She was too calm, so I joked. "Good thing it didn't happen back in our hometown there. Yeah, I'd have to collect rice from 100 families to make a 100-family meal to ward off the bad luck." That evening, before my shower, I pulled out the clothes she had tossed in the washing machine. I sniffed them carefully but couldn't detect any scent other than body wash. How could a woman go from morning to night, interacting with so many people, without picking up any traces of perfume, sweat or food smells? I examined her clothes meticulously. The average adult woman sheds about 50 hairs a day, mostly on the back. But this shirt didn't have a single hair on it. It was as clean as if she had just put it on before coming home. That night, Olivia was especially affectionate, clinging to me and initiating intimacy. I felt nauseous the whole time. I have mild germophobia. And even though there was still uncertainty, the whole process felt like swallowing a dead fly. "Honey, you don't seem very into it tonight." Olivia curled up in my arms afterwards. "Did you hear something upsetting during a therapy session again?" "I'm a hypnotherapist. Many people think we're like clear mountain springs, tranquil and pure. In reality, we deal with people's psychological issues every day. As they say, when you gaze into the abyss gazes back. The monsters in our clients' minds often project onto us, creating new monsters within ourselves. Most of the time we can self-regulate. When we can't, we turn to colleagues for help. It was a case of chronic infidelity. I made up a story. The wife is notoriously promiscuous. She used to cheat discreetly, but after her husband found out, she started brazenly bringing men home. The husband, my client, loves his wife deeply and doesn't want a divorce. He's suffering terribly." I rolled over with a frown. "Why are you women so unfaithful? That's totally unfair. You can't lump all women together like that." Olivia pinched my waist playfully. "Not all women are unfaithful. It depends on their moral standards. Some women have no moral bottom line and sleep around. Others, like your wife, have very high standards. I'm your first and I'll be your last. For life." I couldn't detect anything amiss from her micro-expressions, but that was normal. It would be abnormal if I could. As an associate professor of mathematics, she's far more intelligent than me. Olivia and I met in college. We both did our bachelor's and master's degrees consecutively, me in psychology, her in math. Everyone said we were a power couple when we started dating, a collision of two rational minds. We got married right after finishing our master's degrees, to no one's surprise. She became a lecturer at the university, teaching undergrads while pursuing her PhD. With my advisor's support and my parents' financial help, I opened my own psychological counseling practice. I majored in applied psychology, with hypnotherapy as my specialty. Psychology got a late start in the US. In the early days, people were more skeptical than accepting of psychology, let alone hypnosis. They thought the whole field was a scam. My practice struggled at first, but slowly improved, after successfully handling a few big cases. I gained some renown in the industry. Fame may seem intangible, but it brings very real benefits. The revenue of my practice skyrocketed. There's a saying, a man's confidence and status come from money. Because I was earning more, my position at home also rose. I felt more secure and was almost certain Olivia wouldn't cheat, but reality slapped me hard in the face. The day after I first noticed something off, I picked her up from work and hugged her as usual. The seed of doubt had been planted in my mind about her clothes. Seeing her suspiciously clean outfit again, I slipped a lighter into her coat pocket without hesitation. Then I pretended nothing had happened and cheerfully took her out to dinner. During the meal, she went to the bathroom once for a full 10 minutes. When she came back, she looked uneasy. "What's wrong?" I asked. "Nothing. Just some work stuff," she replied. "Do you need to go back to campus?" "No, I'll deal with it tomorrow." We were both putting on an act, me playing the clueless husband, her selling the stressed about work story. When we got home, she took off her coat and grabbed her phone to shower. I felt in her coat pocket the lighter was gone. Classic guilty behavior. I tiptoed to the bathroom door. First I heard the ding of an incoming Snapchat message, then her lowered voice, sounding annoyed. Who else would it be? "No need to explain. I'm at home. We'll talk tomorrow." My heart sank. Before we got married, we had both expressed the same view. Zero tolerance for cheating. No compromises. I backed away, poured myself a drink, and sat on the couch pondering my next move. We don't have kids, so divorce would only involve dividing assets. Apart from our fixed assets, house, car, collectibles, and savings, Olivia manages all our joint finances. She handles the stocks, funds, and insurance policies. All the linked bank cards are with her. I hardly ever ask about it. "Honey, what made you decide to have a drink tonight?" Olivia came out of the bathroom, toweling her hair, just to set the mood. I raised my glass in her direction, with a hint of invitation. "I saw you go straight to shower when you got home, so I thought you, or am I wrong? You're right. She straddled my lap and kissed me, arms around my neck, two people with zero interest, both pretending to be in the mood. I still felt sick to my stomach, like I'd swallowed a dead fly, but I kept reminding myself, don't let her realize I know. I've seen many divorces. No matter how passionate the couple once was, few remain civil when it comes to dividing assets, most turn ugly. I didn't want to see her ugly side, nor did I want her to see mine, so the best approach was to elegantly calculate everything in advance. I'm a selfish person. I don't want years of hard work to benefit someone else.